What is good, guys? Today I got something a little bit special. I got a friend here and he's brought one of his cars here to show you guys. And this is something that I wouldn't expect to see in Australia. Definitely something I'm used to seeing in Japan. So let's check it out. So this Daihatsu Move is my friend Graham's car. And now this is something I would expect to see in Japan with the Kei scene, like Kei car scene over there. But something like this here in Australia is kind of rare and bizarre because Australians generally aren't about Kei cars. But what's really cool is there's an engine swap in here. This came out of, what was it, the Daihatsu Charade?
Yeah, 2005 model L251 Charade.
So what previously was in this car?
Originally it was a 850cc single cam 6-valve motor.
Yep, and this is a 1.3?
This is a 1 litre.
1 litre.
So originally it made about, on an exaggeration, about 25 horsepower if I was lucky.
25 horsepower?
Now it's about 55 horsepower.
Okay, cool, cool.
I've manual swapped it.
Yeah.
Got a heavy duty clutch.
No turb skis down there though?
No, not yet.
Not yet? You're planning to?
Yeah, that's the plan down the track.
Cool, cool.
Still deciding whether I want to go supercharged or turbocharged. But
man, I love it. It looks kind of like stancy and cool.
Yeah.
And you said that in the front you managed to fit S13 coilovers?
Yeah, so all you do is, you just use the factory strut tops.
Yep.
Drill them out 2 mil bigger, and then drill your bottom holes to fit.
And they just go straight in?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you got a JDM strut brace going on there, fuel pressure reg. Nice. And then, I love the roof rack, man, that's cool.
That's a very recent addition.
That's cool, all right. Nice couple tip exhaust. What's it sound like? Can you start it up?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's listen to this thing. That's awesome. And then typical interior. Got some nice speaker pods down there. You like your music, obviously.
Yeah.
Cool.
Factory burger tray from Japan. That's one of the rarest ones you can get for this car.
Oh, no way. It actually does have a burger tray.
Yeah.
And then how does this fold out?
Push it down. Just give it a little tap.
No way. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Did you source that or did it come with it?
I got lucky. One of my mates had it lying around. He was saving it for his one and he ended up selling it. So he
That's
sold that
cool.
to me. Yeah.
That's great, man.
Yeah, man.
I know. I guess the McDonald's monopoly thing was a bit crazy for you.
Yeah. That's getting all fixed eventually.
There's a few instant wins there. I wonder if you could just go to McDonald's and go, can I get that? Awesome. All right, well, cool car, man. Thanks for showing us.
No worries, anytime.
Just dropped off the wheels, get some fresh rubber on them. Not gonna bother with second handies anymore. It's just not worth it. Okay, so I have a heap of running around to do. All the things that I was meant to do yesterday that I ran out of time on. So I'm gonna go and do that now. We're gonna go to Bunnings, which would be kind of cool. I think a lot of you guys in the States, like it's just our big Australian warehouse here, but it's just kind of funny because you can get snag. Well, snag in Australian terms is just like a sausage sizzle. It's like a barbecued sausage with onion in the middle of a piece of bread. Well, at least I hope they still have it because I'm craving one really bad. Anyways, let's go. She's a thirsty girl, this one. Loves a diesel. Man, super devastated. No sausage sizzle today. I guess they only do it on the weekends or something. Bummer. Oh well, let's go inside, find some goodies. So this is pretty much Bunnings. It's kind of like your Home Depot or Home Depot in the US, I think. Main reason why I'm here is looking for a new light bulb. Hopefully we can find it. It's the one in my bedroom at home. Well, my parents' house, my old bedroom. But yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. Like, I wish they had more bigger places like this in Japan. They do have like Viva Homu and things like that that are like this, but nothing as simple as just Bunnings knowing that everything will be here. I don't know, I'm complaining. Got myself the new light and starter, but I noticed that they had these really nice weed sprayers here for only like 24 bucks. Gonna get myself one for drift events and whatnot here with the 34 just to help cool it down and things. Really handy actually. I kind of only started using it because of the issues, but I feel like I should always have these now. Even in Japan I should get one. So we're gonna grab one. One hand life. Vlog life actually. So always using one hand. And we're gonna go to the counter. I'm good to go. This thing's pretty cool. I think the number one thing that caught my eye was the up garage sticker and also the straight out of demerit point sticker. That's pretty cool. Hey, one gun. Hey, this is pretty cool. Guy, whoever drives this, he knows his stuff. Yeah, nice. Had to stop in for some cheeky Nando's. Every time I come to Australia, I have to at least eat this once. It's like my favorite thing ever. So if ever you visit Oz, make sure you get some. All right, so I'm home now and I'm getting ready for bed, but I did want to kind of like finish up this vlog by answering quite a few questions that I've seen coming in the comment section since starting daily vlogs and being here in Australia. But let's just quickly catch up to where we're at and what's happening. So today, with the 34, I did actually go to the tuners and I spoke to them about the issue. We went over some of the logging data from the tune and we actually figured out the issue. The whole issue with the overheating and everything is actually back pressure from my internal wastegate not opening properly. We had a look at the internal wastegate, found that it was actually not opening all the way because it was hitting the back wall of the flat part of the factory turbo elbow. So that thing that we thought we could just use the factory one and we went through all the trouble of everything, blah, 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 it's come around to bite us in the ass really bad. So it turns out that the whole reason why everything's been getting back pressure and boost creeping is just because the wastegate's not able to open up all the way because it's the flappers hitting and not opening all the way. So I managed to find a supplier in Brisbane, south side, that had one of those Tomei elbows like I have in Japan, and I had to pay full price for it, but it should arrive first thing in the morning. We're putting it on, then it's going back to the tuners. They're going to fix it up, which also probably means we're probably going to make our 400 horsepower goal now. But you know, we won't know until tomorrow. Who knows? But yeah, the whole reason was literally just exhaust flow, and the wastegate flapper couldn't open up 100%. It was only opening up about a quarter. The flapper was hitting. I can't really believe I didn't check that, but with under all the stress and the pressure and the rush, these things happen. But yeah, so everything's gonna be retuned, and the guy who's tuned my car, he's gonna look after me really well on that, so it's not gonna cost me an arm and a leg. He's like actually really helpful, so really fortunate in that situation. So that's good news, and I didn't really get time to film it because of just everything that was going on today. I had to get a lot of stuff done. So let's talk about some of the things that you guys have been bringing up in the comment section. I think the biggest one that you guys have been asking is, what's the deal with the Taka Garage? Do I own it? Do I work there? What's the situation? I thought you were unemployed. So let me just explain that really quickly. I am one of the owners of a Taka Garage. A Taka Garage is owned by me and Sam Baines. Essentially, the easiest way to describe it is Sam Baines is like the head mechanic. He looks after all the workshop and all that type of stuff. I look after all the paperwork, behind the scenes stuff, like, you know, website development, design, online store stuff, all the bookkeeping, admin stuff, things like that. So I look after all of that, and a few of you guys were kind of like, oh, hang on, are you getting paid and that type of stuff? And the easiest thing for me to explain is, I mean, well, first of all, I guess is, I don't really need to tell you guys that, but I feel like I need to because I don't want you guys to feel misled or anything like that. So, you know, being an owner of a company, a lot of you guys may know this, may not know this, but it doesn't always mean that you draw a wage from the company. In fact, you know, with a Taka Garage, I don't draw a massive wage or anything like that at all. I want to keep the money, like the profits, inside a Taka Garage, so that can then go into spending into more things for the garage and the business to grow. So that's a pretty common thing, especially considering like I was working another full-time job in Japan and all this other type of stuff like that, right? Like there was just no point in me taking money out of something that I want it to be something so much bigger. Like I've shared with you guys in live streams and stuff before where I want a Taka Garage to be, the whole purpose of starting a Taka Garage and what its footprint is going to look like for supporting the drifting community in Australia and potentially the world. So, you know, I don't want to take anything away from that while we're still in this early period of the company growing. So I don't draw a wage from a Taka Garage. You know, sometimes like I try to, you know, give myself a little bit of money like on the payroll system and stuff like that to cover like all the time I spend on that. But if I was to be honest with you guys, it's rarely $200 a week. So, you know, if any one of you guys knew how much work and time that I put into everything behind the scenes for that company, that's nothing compared to, you know, what I'm actually doing. If like I don't want you guys to think I'm coming across like rude or anything like that. I want to be real with you guys and just explain, like, you know, these kinds of things. Like, I really have a vision for Otaku Garage, and I want it to be this huge place and, like, you know, this amazing environment and culture that we can create for car enthusiasts. And, you know, like in the first early years of Otaku Garage, we made a lot of mistakes, like a lot. And when it comes to starting and running a business and all that type of stuff, as a young business owner, no one wants to talk to you. Everyone's just like, you're too young, get out of my face. You don't understand business. You know, like, so many people just didn't want to work with us. No one wanted to give us advice. And it's not like you can just jump online and find a user manual on how to start a successful business. Like, there's a lot of risk involved and things like that. And, you know, so like in the first few years, we made a lot of mistakes. We really did. But we learned from them, and I really feel like, you know, we're really starting to grasp hold of things. Sure, we still make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. And, you know, we definitely are still sometimes making the wrong decisions on things, but we learn from them and we make sure we correct them as best we can. So yeah, yeah, I think that's like the biggest question I've had come up a lot. The other one that I've seen a lot is, where's the wifey? She's in Japan, she's working, she's doing a huge project for her work at the moment, so she couldn't come. Plus, I don't think she would want to come because the entire time has just been non-stop running around car stuff. And if she ever comes to Australia, you know, we need to make sure we have some time to just show her around and stuff, because Australia is not her home. For me, I'm home, and, like, you know, this is where I grew up. Everything's just like, you know, I've seen it all. And for her, she wants to see everything. So, you know, like, it's very different. So whenever I come to Australia with May, it's normally when she wants to have a holiday. Yeah, she does help out with like Otaku Garage stuff, and we do work a little bit with that while she's here, but we always try to, you know, spend a minimum like 3 or 4 days, or even sometimes a week, depending how long we're here for, doing the touristy thing and showing her around and letting her experience Australia. So yeah, she's back home in Japan, eagerly waiting for me to come home. Well, at least I hope she's eagerly waiting for me. That would suck if I came home and she was like, go back to Australia, please. But I don't know. I'm just saying stupid stuff. I don't really know what else to say, guys. I've been talking for a while now. I hope that answers like the big question there, where a lot of you guys have been asking about Otaku Garage and my involvement there. And yeah, like, if you guys want to support us, by all means, jump on the website, purchase something online. A lot of the stuff like that is online, that's not even like 5% of what we can sell. So we're still working on other systems and designs and stuff to come out in the future for a better website and better way of us getting all of our products online. We do ship worldwide as well. And yeah, just if you need anything car related, try shooting us an email. And our staff, especially Kira, she's really good at what she does. She will get back to you as soon as possible. And all of that supports the vision for Otaku Garage and what we want to create there. So anyways, yeah, I know this vlog wasn't like super awesome. At least I definitely don't feel like it was. We'll find out later when I'm editing it if I feel like it was. But I still hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like slow, quiet kind of vlog, I guess. And yeah. I think the most disappointing thing about this vlog was that there was no sausage sizzle at Bunnings. But hey, these things happen. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Jamata ne. Good?
Okay. どうだ